Hi everybody, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to not a speed build video. And basically in this video, I will be showing you the tips and tricks that I use for building garages in The Sims 4 when I build anything. So there are several types of garages that I usually build, and you can see that I already decorated this lot just to show you like a few examples basically. And over here is going to be the garage that is not attached to any build, and this kind of garage is attached to the house. So if you want to build a garage that is attached to the house, it will look something like this, and if it is raised in terms of the foundation, it would look something like this. And this is going to be the garage that is not attached to the structure of your build. But let's get into this video. I'm going to show you the examples in the world of Newcrest, and it is the world that came with the base game. And I think this is Newcrest. Yeah, this is Newcrest. And the lot is called Midtown Meadows, just so you know. But anyways, let's just get into the tutorial. So for the first garage that I will be showing you, I will basically be showing you a garage that you can build using only base game items, and it's pretty easy. But if you find it hard, you will just have to practice and you'll get the hang of it. But anyways, you can see that there is this blank wall here, and to create a garage, I usually like to add in windows for the garage. So from the base game menu over here, I usually use this kind of windows, these light box windows, because it gives off the garage effect. But before actually building a garage, you will have to enable the move objects cheat, and this will be shown in the top left corner. But after you enable the move objects cheat and also the live edit objects and also the show hidden objects, that is optional, it's up to you. You will have to use these lightbox windows if you want to create the garage effect. So I'm just going to show you the grid placing. So the grid placing for this one is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 squares, and this is because I want these three windows in the garage door. So basically I'm just gonna place it in the middle of the blank wall, and then I'm going to use a garage type of color swatch or wallpaper swatch to make it look like it's the garage door. So to do this, I will just use a paneled one, which is the silver color. I think it's silver. And you can see that the structure is pretty much there, but it is not complete yet. So for a garage, I like to put in kind of this archway in between the garage windows. So how I do this is that basically the first step is to create a basement underneath it and in front of the door. So this will enable you to raise freely the archway that you want to use for the garage. So it doesn't matter if your basement is like this big or this big, because you will end up closing it anyways. So after you've done that, after you've placed your basement, you want to press the H tool, which is the hand tool, and just remove the ceiling that is for the basement. So after you do this, you can see that there is a basement under here with the ceiling removed. And to basically do the garage is that you have to go to the menu, and then you pick any square bracket. I like to personally use this one because it's kind of wide, and you want to size it up by one size using the square bracket. So after you size it up, you can see that it's already sized up, and you want to raise the archway by pressing Ctrl 9 to the level that you want the garage door to be. So basically I raised it up by this much, and it kind of looks like this. So after you've done this, you can see that the basement has this kind of weird box in it, but if you were to close the ceiling, it will leave this kind of shadow over here, and also will change the color of the archways. So you don't want to do that because it kind of looks ugly. I mean, if you want to, you can, but it looks ugly. So to avoid this kind of effect, basically I just click the basement, and then without actually building the ceiling, I just drag this arrow over here and just kind of close this basement, and you have your pretty garage over there with no converted colors or any small squares. And you can also add a driveway in the front, and we have that garage. So now that you have a garage, I'm sure you guys want cars for your garage, but just keep in mind that a garage in The Sims 4 is not so functional because they don't have that proper kind of tools, I guess, in a way, because it's not so functional and there are no cars in The Sims. But if you access the debug menu, you can actually have cars in your build, but it's not functional, of course. So to do this, you will have to go to the debug menu by pressing the cheat bar and then pressing bb.show live edit objects and also bb.show hidden objects. So after you do that, you want to search in the search menu over on the left here, and you want to type debug, and you can click any of the options that are a lot there. So when you enter the debug menu, you have to find the cars for this garage. So the cars are all in base game. I'm not sure if there are in any other packs, but a lot of them are in base game. So when you scroll down, you can see that there's this car over here and this car over here and this car. Basically a lot of cars in this. You just have to scroll it and also just be patient because scrolling the debug menu is a pain in the butt. I can assure you that. But anyways, once you have found your car, you just place it like that, and you have your pretty garage over here. And you can also add lamps on the outside. I like to use it because it kind of looks more cozy in a way, and just add it like that, and there you go. So what if your garage is attached to your house? So this is an illusion kind of, whereby I put these walls that are attached to the garage that I want to build. You can do the same thing from the previous one, which is removing the basement, or if you have the city living pack, it is very easy to do so because there is a garage door in it. I think there are two in there. So basically you just go to the city living one and you have to click show all the items because I'm not sure what decoration it is under, but once you are on there, you can just scroll down and you can see that there are two garage doors over here, which is the roll-up type and also the normal one. So basically when you place it there, it is a garage like just now. And you can also use the same trick over here just now that I showed you. And sometimes if I use this type of garage, I like to add a basketball hoop in it because it looks kind of more family-like. So you can do that by also using the city living options and then show all the items that come with. And you can just scroll down to find the basketball hoop that is provided. So basically this one for the wall. And it looks very nice too, in my opinion. So the third type of garage that I want to share with you today is when you have your whole structure raised on the foundation. So if you were to put this garage mural over here, you can see that it is raised along with the foundation. This garage I will be showing you using the city living mural. So basically what you want to do is that to avoid it being raised on top there, you want to actually just freely placing it on the ground first using the move objects cheat, and then you want to drag this back by one grid, and after that you can place your garage door wherever you want to make it line up. For example, over here you can just place it like that, and after that you can drag it back again to make it look like it's stuck to the wall. So you can see that you have this kind of garage here, and don't mind this space over here, you can just adjust that wall and it kind of looks like a pretty nice garage, except that there's this thing that sticks out. So you can see also that there is this gap in between so that the garage door is not attached to the wall. So you can fix this by doing the same process again before you place the garage door and just adjusting until you find the right placement for the garage door. So now you can see that there is kind of no gap in between. It's just negligible. But you see that there is this foundation that's sticking out. So to get rid of this foundation, I normally use two types of swatches that are that are in the swatches for the foundation in the base game. So basically they are these two ones, which are the Firmament foundation and also There For You foundation. It doesn't matter which type of foundation you use, because even when you apply it, it will still have a good effect. So let's just say, for example, you want to pick a plain color foundation swatch. So you just apply it to the garage place, and you can see that the thing that's sticking out just now is not there anymore. For the second last type of garage that I want to show you is the base game trick garage, where you have the foundation raised. So basically what you want to do is that you want to place the swatch for the garage door and also the garage windows. After you place the garage swatch and the garage windows, you don't want to use the arch, the same arch just now that I used for the garage door, because it will have an effect that it kind of looks like this weird thing over here. And you cannot use the basement tool also, because the basement will be way down there over there, because you have this foundation level in between. So what I usually do is I usually take a pillar from the Get Together pack, which is the experience pillar, and kind of just do like this, and it kind of looks like a garage, except that it has this foundation level. So what I do to delete this foundation level is that I use the same swatch of foundation level that I used before this one. And then after that, I just want to use the terrain tool to kind of raise it and make it look like it's built in instead of it being in mid-air. So after you do that, you can just play around with the terrain tool, and then you have this beautiful garage over here with the foundation hidden. And you cannot really place tiles on the floor, because it will make the terrain look like this one. So to avoid this, you can just simply use the terrain paint and just paint over the path that you want to create the garage effect. So you can just basically do like this. There is not much space over here, but you can actually squeeze a car in there. But you need to make sure at the same time that the smoothness of the terrain is very smooth, because if you put your car over here where there is flat land and there is a slope, it will look like the car is floating in mid-air. Let me just show you if it's possible. So as I'm placing this car on half of this slope and half of this flat land, you can literally see that the car is floating. So just make sure that your terrain is smooth along the way, and then you can decline the terrain. And for the last and final garage type that I usually do is using the city living trick just now. So basically it is quite simple as well. You just have to use the garage door from the city living pack. So if you were to have your garage door along with the foundation raised, you can also use the terrain slope like just now, and make sure that your smoothness of your terrain paint is smooth so that you can fit a whole car inside it. If not, it will look like it's floating in this one. And that concludes the end of the tutorial video. So I really hope that I helped you guys with garages, or if you want to do or are curious about how to build a garage, you can totally refer to this tutorial and use my tips and tricks, because I like to share them. And also don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't, and I will be talking to you guys in my next speed build video. Bye!